the addressing mode is a method of specifying an operand. So whenever an instruction need to be executed, there is a proper format. There is a proper format in which we will be providing different operands or any, you can say, data. So the movement of data. So basically, by using instructions, we are going to instruct the microprocessor like which operation that microprocessor need to perform. Okay. So in that instruction, we will be having some set of method, so that if we use that method to represent instruction to the 8086, then 8086 should be aware of format that format that we will be providing the uh, you can say operand two operands, like an instruction like add need to be performed, then it is a type like it is al, and suppose this is bl. Okay, so add al comma bl. So this is one of the standard format for the add operation. So in that, it is like al and bl, whatever contents of al and bl registers will be there, that will be added and it will be stored in al. This is if we are using al and bl, it is of 8 bit. It is of 8 bit operation. Answer will be 8 bit along with the carry in the 9th bit. Okay, this is carry flag. So this is how the add instructions is executed in 8086, but there is a proper format, like we should be providing add along with two registers. One is al, the another one is bl. So this al and bl will be added and the result will be stored in al. So this is the standard format. You cannot write like add al comma bl comma cl, so that you think like these three numbers will be added and it will be stored in al. So this is not the proper format. So this addressing modes are going to specify the method in which the operands, whatever these are operands, whatever uh, data we are going to give to add instruction, these are the operands. So how these operands are specified in 8086, that will be addressed by this addressing modes. Okay, so we will see different types of addressing modes. Okay, if we will be providing some other other than specified addressing modes, if we are providing any operand that is other than this addressing mode format, then the microprocessor will not be able to understand whatever instruction we are providing. The microprocessor cannot do any of, it will not be executing this instruction because it is you can say it is not in proper format. So microprocessor will not be able to understand this format, like what is this instruction is. Okay, so we should be having a proper format for addressing the different operands, so that the microprocessor will be performing some operation. Okay, so basically these addressing modes are of different types. So in general we call it like register register operand addressing. That means if we are providing the operand in the form of register, then that type of addressing modes will be called register addressing modes. Okay, another one is we can directly give the data. Okay, so it will be like immediate. So we have seen in the 8085 also. So immediate operand addressing. So this will be in this immediate operand addressing, we will be directly providing the data. If we are providing that, so here we are providing the data in the form of register value. Okay, so in immediate operand addressing, we will be providing data directly. So data will be provided directly. The next one is memory operand. So memory operand addressing, that means we will be providing data in the form of memory locations. Okay. So here addressing modes can be divided into three different parts. So address register operand addressing, immediate operand addressing. Another one is memory operand addressing. So there are different types of addressing the memory. Like if we are able to access the data, that means data from the memory, then that accessing type will be one of the addressing modes. Okay, so this is memory operand addressing. That means there are different ways to access data from the memory. Okay, so based on the type of type of methods through which we can access the data from the memory, that will be one of the type of addressing mode. Okay, so there are different type of methods, okay, through which we can access the memory. So we can access the memory, or we call it, we can access the data. So once we are able to access the data, we will be able to define a different type of addressing modes. Okay. So there are different ways to access the memory. So one is like direct addressing. There is a method of direct addressing through which we can directly access the data from the memory. Another one is by using register. Okay, so by using register, it is, we will be giving the address in the form of register. So it is called register indirect. So if we are directly providing the memory address, that will be direct addressing. If we are providing the memory address in the form of register, that will be register, but it will be indirect addressing. Okay, register indirect. So the base addressing. Okay, so base here is we have seen like a memory of 8086 is divided into different segments. So there are 16 different segments. Okay, so there are 16 segments. Out of these 16 segments, only 4 will be accessing at a time. So that 4 will be code segment, data segment, extra segment, stack segment. Okay, so 1 MB memory of 8086 is divided into 16 different segments we have seen, and each segment will be having 16-bit address. So total it will be addressing from 000 to FFFF. So this is of 64 KB data. Okay, so this 64 KB data is of one segment. So total 4 segments will be there at a time. So at a time we are having 4 segment registers. So these 4 segment registers will be defining the 4 segments out of 1 MB data of 8086. Okay, so we can change this segment registers values to define different segments out of 1 MB data, and these 16 segments, out of these 16 segments we will be using only 4 segments at a time. Okay, so here if the starting address of these segments are given by, if it is code segment, it will be given by code segment register. Okay, so we have seen in the previous class also, like what is the difference between code segment and code segment register. So this set of memory locations are called segment. This is code segment, but the starting address of this segment will be indicated by the code segment register. Okay, so this will be of 16-bit, but this is total 64 KB location. It will be code segment is total 64 KB location will be called code segment. Okay, but the starting address of this code segment will be called or will be stored in code segment register. Okay, similarly for data segment it is of 64 KB location, but its starting address will be given by data segment register. Okay, the same these code segment, data segment, extra segment and stack segment registers are called base registers. That means if we are able to find the memory location with the help of base register, that means with the help of these four registers, code segment, data segment, stack segment registers, then that type of memory accessing will be called base addressing. So based on that memory access, it will be base addressing mode. Okay. The next one is indexed addressing. So in an indexed addressing, it will be like we will be finding the address, physical address in the form of base register out of this four register plus an index register. Index register will be in the form of, there are two index registers, DI and SI. So the address will be given with the help of base and these registers. Okay, so these are index addressing. Next one is sorry, if we are finding only the index addressing, there will be no base, only index registers will be there. If next type is based index addressing, so here we will be using base register along with the index registers. Okay, so this is how we will be able to access the memory. Okay, so based on these type of methods by which we can access the memory, that will be defining another type of addressing mode. Total, by using this combination, we can have total 17 type of methods through which we can access a memory. That means if we individually combine these combinations, we can get total 17 type of addressing mode, but we will be seeing only a simple one type of this memory accessing. Based on this memory access, we will be finding the basic addressing mode. Okay, so in this case we have seen like in base addressing so these are to find out the physical address, we do the multiplication like this segment registers. Here we call it base register, or we call it segment register. Segment register multiplied by 10H plus offset. This will give the physical address. Okay. So here in base addressing, the base registers that we will be using is BX register and base pointer. These two are used as base address base registers to find out the location of the memory. Okay, so in base addressing, this BX and BF, that is EP, sorry. So this is BX base register, and this is base pointer. These two registers will be used for finding out the memory location. Okay, and that memory location will be providing the data. So that's why it is called base addressing. And if we are using index register, that is SI DI, then it will be called index addressing. If we are using BX and DI or DX, okay, DI and SI in pair to find the address of the memory location, then that will be called based index addressing. We will be seeing next in the with the help of examples, so it will be quite clear. Okay. So total, if we consider, there will be basically 1, 2, and this 5, that is 5 to 7, and one is implicit addressing mode. So we will be seeing one by one. And if we consider all possible combination of memory accessing type, it will be a total 17 type of addressing modes. So we will be not considering that. We will basically see these 5. Okay. So here, first of all, we will be seeing the memory access. So how we will be using the memory accessing? So to access the memory, we use 4 registers. That is BX, SI, DI, and BP. So these BX and BP are called base register, and these are called index register. And these are called base registers. Okay. So the combination of index register and base register will be giving you out the memory location. So we will be able to access the memory. So combining these registers inside this bracket, we can get different memory locations. Okay. So sorry. So this memory locations means the combination of these registers will be giving you out the effective address, or we call it offset address. So to access a memory, we will be having the segment register value and this offset value register value. Okay. So to access a memory, that is physical address of a memory, what we do is we use the combination, like we will be using okay. So first of all, to find the physical address, first of all we need to find out the offset, or we call it effective address. So in the instructions, basically we give the value of offset address. Okay. So whenever we are accessing a data, okay, so whenever we are accessing a data, the segment register will always be a data segment register. So data segment register will be the value of DS register. So segment register is calculated, segment register will be taken from the DS register, that is data segment register, and along with that we will be using offset address, or we call it effective address. So if we are having data segment register and effective address, we will be able to access the data at particular location. So here we are going to access the data. So in the addressing mode, we will be only having the effective address value, and these effective values will be find out with the combination of these registers BX, SI, DI, and BP. Okay, so effective address is calculated in the form of base register plus this will be in the form of index register plus a value direct. We can give a value also in this. So these direct values are called displacement. Okay. So effective address will be in the form of a base register value plus index register value plus a displacement value. So this displacement value means that will be the value that we will be giving you out the direct immediate value. Okay. So we will be seeing in the form of examples. Okay. So then the physical address. So finally, to access a memory, we will be having the physical address value. So this physical address value will be represented by a segment register. Then this it is the type through this we basically use to address this physical address value with EA. Okay, so this is like we will be actually it will be segment register multiplied by 10H, that is 16 in decimal and 10 in hexadecimal, plus the EA, whatever offset address is there, or we call it effective address, we will be adding with multiplying to segment register by 10 in 10H plus effective address, that will be giving out the physical address. So once the physical address has been generated, we will be able to access the data from this actual physical address. Okay. So in here in memory accessing, we will be just finding the physical address, and this physical address is found by this with the help of effective address. Okay, and there are different type of ways to explain this effective address. So that gives us different types of memory accessing types. Okay, so here like the first one is register indirect addressing mode. So in register indirect addressing mode, we will be providing the value of the memory location, that is offset value. So this is basically going to give offset register value, or we call it effective address. So here effective address will be given in the form of like SI. We can directly use SI register, we can use DI register, or we can use BX register. Okay, or a decimal plus we will be having a decimal 16 value D16. Okay, variable offset one only, so there will be a direct value. So by combining these addresses registers, this bracket, we have used this bracket. So whenever whatever content is there inside this bracket, that will be considered as a memory location. Okay, if SI is there, whatever content of SI will be there. Okay, so here SI is written, so that means whatever content of SI is there, suppose SI is 16 bit, so it is 2 3 4 5, suppose 1 2 3 4 is there, 1 2 3 4 H. So this will be written like this, that means 1 2 3 4 H is an address location. This bracket represents like whatever content is there inside the bracket, that will be considered as the address. If it is written like 1 2 3 4 H directly, then it is a data. Or it is written like DI or SI. Okay, it is directly a data in this register. But if it is written in brackets, that means whatever content of SI and DI is there, that is working as an address. Okay, so here if it is SI written, that means in bracket this SI content is considered as the address, and that address will be in the form of effective address. That address will be effective address. So the final physical address will be calculated by a segment register multiplied by 10 10H plus this effective address stored by this SI register. Okay, so this is how the physical address is calculated. So once we have calculated the physical address, we will be able to access the data available at that physical address. Okay, so this is the register indirect addressing mode. The next one is based addressing mode. So we will be using in based addressing mode SI, DI, BP, BX along with 8-bit data. So this is 8-bit data is there. We are adding this 8-bit data. This is called displacement. Okay, so along with this, instead of using this only, if we are using along with the register, we are using 8-bit data. This is in the form of base addressing mode. Okay, so if we are using this with 16-bit data, it will be considered as index addressing. Okay, so here based index, so here we are using base along with an index register. Okay, so this is based index addressing. Next one is we are using base index plus a data displacement, that is called relative based index. Okay, so again we are using 16-bit data, it is relative based index. Okay, so there are different combinations. So these different combinations will be in the form like this. So effective address is given in the form of this. So either it will be base only, or it will be BX only, or BP only, or it is SI and DI along with this displacement. We can have BX with displacement, BP with displacement, SI with displacement, DI with displacement. Okay, or combination of all three. So with respect to that, we will be able to find out finally the effective address. So once we have find out the effective address, we will be able to find out the physical address with the help of this formula. Okay, so these are how the different memory accessing types are there. So once we have find out the different memory addressing types, we will now define the addressing modes. Okay, so addressing modes, based on that, the first one is immediate addressing mode. Okay, second is direct addressing mode, register addressing mode, and then register indirect addressing mode. In that register relative addressing mode. Based on this, there will be two addressing mode relative. In that relative, it will be based addressing and indexed addressing mode. Next one is based index addressing mode. So this is like we have considered all the three different types. By considering all the different types and in combining the 5 different types of memory accessing type in the form of addressing mode, it will be considered as 8 addressing mode. Okay, so we will see one by one. So in immediate addressing mode, here a 16-bit or 8-bit data put into a 16-bit or 8-bit register respectively, and this instruction operand is specified within the instruction itself. Okay, so here immediate addressing mode means here it is saying like operand will be specified within the instruction itself. So whatever operand we are going to use, so suppose it is move cx comma 253a. So this is a data. So this is a data 16-bit data. This data need to be moved to cx register. Okay, this is move data. This is the data. So this is an immediate data. So this data that we need to move is already available in the instruction itself. Okay, so this is called immediate addressing mode. Okay, so like in the instruction data is available. Okay, so this is 30, that is of 8-bit data. So this 8-bit data need to be moved into the CL register. Okay, similarly add this data, so these and these two will be added and answer will be stored in AX register. Okay, so this is like whatever operand we need to perform, operations will need to perform, the data is available in the instruction itself immediately. So direct data is given, that is immediate addressing mode. The next one is direct addressing mode. So in direct addressing mode means we instead of data, what we have done is we have given the location of data. So here this bracket indicates like whatever inside this bracket is there, that will be a location. So that means we here written move bl comma in bracket 2343. That means whatever location is there at this location 2343. So this 2343 is the location. Suppose there are different segments. Okay, there are different segments. Out of this, suppose this is the data segment. So this is the data segment. So data segment will be having some memory location at starting address of this data segment. So suppose this will be represented by data segment register. So data segment register will be having the starting address of this. So the physical address will be calculated as data segment multiplied by 10h plus in data segment the location is 2343. So from there we will be finding the location 2343. So this 2343 is offset, or we call it effective address. So the original address, the physical address will be in the form of 20-bit. It will be in the form of 20-bit. But 2343 is of 16-bit. So that 20-bit address will be found out by data segment register multiplied by 10h plus this 2343. So this will be the physical address. So here that is written is the offset address. Okay, so instead of providing the data directly, we are providing the memory location directly. Okay, so this is called direct addressing mode. If we are providing the data directly, that will be called immediate addressing mode. That is we have seen in the previous addressing mode. Okay, so here if memory location is provided directly, that will be your direct addressing mode. So this at this location, whatever data is there, suppose this is the data, this data will be moved to BL. So suppose this is 10 A0. So this BL will be having A0 data. Okay. Okay. So this is like we will be moving the content. Okay. So the next one is, so here it is written like the instruction will be having an effective address, and this effective address will be indicating to a data location. Okay, in the direct addressing mode. The next one is register addressing mode. So in register addressing mode, here data that we need to operate on, that data will be stored in the form of register. Okay, so like move cx comma ax, that means whatever data need to be moved to cx, that is stored in ax register. So data is stored in ax. Okay, so this data that is stored in AX register will be moved to CX. Okay, so this AX value will be moved to CX. Okay, now CX will be equals to whatever data is available into AX. That means CX will be equals to the data value, whatever data is there. Okay, so we are storing the data in the form of register, then it will be called a register addressing mode. Okay, so in the instruction, a register will be given, and this register will be indicating to a data. Okay, so this register will be indicating to a data that is called register addressing mode. Okay, so the next one is a register indirect addressing mode. So like here we are given the register but indirect addressing mode. That means the register is indicating the location of the data. That means register is working as memory location. Here the register is working as memory location. Okay, so in register indirect addressing mode, this register will be indicating the address. Okay, so the effective address of the data is in the base register or an index register that is specified by the instruction. So here like it is written move CX in bracket BX. That means this BX is indicating the memory location. So this is like this is effective address. So in the instruction, the effective address of the data will be given. This is effective address of data. So effective address of data will be given, and that effective address will be in the form of BX, DI, and SI. So effective address will be in the form of this. So here in the instruction, a register will be given, and this register will be containing the effective address, and this effective address will be having the data location, the data value. Okay, so this effective address will be defining your data. So finally, whatever operations we need to perform, we should be having the data. So this is different type, like how we will be storing the data. So here the data is stored in the form of register. That is, register is working as the effective address of that location, and this effective address will be providing you the data. Okay, the next one is register relative addressing mode. So here register relative addressing mode. So here based addressing mode or index addressing mode, there are basically two types we have seen here. Register relative addressing mode, either it is based or indexed addressing mode. Okay. So here if we are saying like in register relative addressing mode, if we consider the base addressing mode, then it will be this effective address will in the form of BX and BP along with the 8-bit displacement. Okay. So it will be either 8-bit or in sign bit it will be 16-bit displacement. So displacement is a direct value. Okay, so that direct value along with BX and BP, that will be considered as the base addressing mode. So it will be considered register relative mode in that based addressing mode. Okay, there are two types. One is based, another one is indexed. So if we are considering BX and BP to find out the addressing mode along with the 8-bit displacement, that will be considered as the based addressing mode. If we are considering index register, that is SI and DI in the effective address and plus 8-bit displacement, that will be considered as the index addressing mode. Okay, so here this is the form. So either the data is there or we are sending the data. The source is there or the destination is there. Okay, so this is always called source and this is destination in the instruction. Okay, so there is either destination is like that or the source is like that. We will be having this is called a relative addressing mode. Okay, so here in the instruction we will be getting a register value. In that instruction we will be having a displacement value. Okay, so we will be having a register, we will be having a displacement. So overall we will be finding the effective address. So effective address will be like along with this register we will be finding the address, and this address will be added with displacement. So address will be added with displacement, that will be giving out the effective address, and this effective address will be indicating to a memory location that will be called to have a data. Okay, so this is how we will be accessing the data from the memory location. Next one is based indexed addressing mode. So in based index addressing mode, it is like the effective address of data is sum of base register and in an index register, both of which are separated by an instruction. So okay, so it is like in based index means we will be using base register and index register both to indicate the effective address. So this is called based indexed addressing mode. So here like it is like written move cx comma, so memory location effective address is indicated by any of the pair, either bx with si, bx with di, bp with di, and bp with si. So there are 4 different combinations. Okay, so we can consider any of the combination. Okay, so this is like effective address will be in the form of this addition of bx and si or any combination. Okay, so this is your effective address. So okay, so an instruction will be consisting of a base register and an index register. So base register having base address, index register having index value, and these two will be added to find out the effective address. And once we have found out the effective address, we will be able to find out the data location. Okay, so this is called based indexed addressing mode. Okay, the next one is implied addressing mode. So in the implied addressing mode, here this we have seen in the 8085 also. So in the implied addressing mode, the instruction is sufficient to find out like what is the operand. So we need not to give there is no need to give operand to these type of instructions. So this type of instructions are called implied addressing mode. So in this mode of addressing instruction have no operands, so there is no need of operand. Such instructions assume that the operand is in the accumulator and therefore require no address specification. So as there is no need of any operand, so there is no need of any address specification. Okay, so like stc, set, carry, okay, clc. Okay, so these are the instructions where we need not to have any operand. So these are called implied addressing mode. Okay, so these are the different addressing modes. Okay, okay, one more is there. Yes, whenever we call it relative, so we have seen relative addressing, based indexed. So whenever we will be calling relative, we need to add a displacement. Okay, so this is also referred as based index with a displacement addressing mode. So it is relative based index means effective address will be in the form of base plus index plus a displacement. So this is a displacement. So this will be called as based relative based index addressing mode. So here in the instruction, a base register value will be given, index register value will be given, and displacement will be given. And we will be adding this base, index, and displacement value. So after adding all these three, we will be getting the effective address. And this effective address will be locating the data location. Okay, we'll be giving the data location. From there the data will be accessed, and this data after accessing will be used for the performing the operations. So this is called relative based addressing. Okay, so I hope it is clear to everyone. If anyone is find this difficult, you can ask. Okay. So this is how the addressing modes are given. So whenever we are going to perform a write program for 8086 or any type of microprocessor, like how we can represent a data. Okay, so this addressing modes basically is the method to represent a data, how we can uh, fetch a data from the memory location, or how we can provide data to a particular instruction. That is the type of addressing modes. Okay, so once we are perfectly knowing what different type of representations are there for a data, then we will be able to write programs effectively. Okay, so like how we should be providing a data to an instruction. If we know that, then it is easy to write a program for 8086. So in the next class, we will be seeing the memory organization. So in memory organization, we will be considering like how the memory is accessed from uh, the memory locations of 806, and how once we are accessing the data, what different types of uh, commands or control signals we should be providing, and once we are able to access the data, how the instructions are going to executed in different bus cycles. We will be considering some examples of an instruction, and we will how different control signal or status signals are going to affect the operations of 806 microprocessor, and how the bus cycle, how the bus control is going to give the results from a microprocessor and its instructions. Okay, so we will be seeing the next in the next class. We will be seeing memory organization